enemy squadrons preparing to pounce. When contact came, it came suddenly, and the Mustangs were ready. The dogfights that unfolded over Berlin that day were not defensive retreats. They were aggressive, slashing ambushes, American fighters diving out of the sun, forcing the Luftwaffe onto the back foot. And when bomber gunners looked out and saw contrails spinning above, they realized something had changed. They weren't alone anymore. For over 3 years, the Luftwaffe had dominated the skies over Germany. When bombers crossed the Rhine, German ground controllers coordinated rapid response interceptions with skilled fighter wings, veteran pilots, many of them survivors from Poland, France, and the Eastern Front, flew machines they knew intimately, the Messerschmitt Bf 109 and the Focke-Wulf FW 190. They had grown accustomed to seeing American bombers enter, without protection or with short-range escorts that turned back halfway. The pattern was predictable, the tactics rehearsed, the kills inevitable. But March 4th shattered that expectation. German radar posts tracked the bomber formations as they approached Berlin. Commanders dispatched fighters to intercept, confident in the same window of vulnerability that had yielded so many victories before. Then they saw something new. American fighters mounted 25,000 feet, still alongside the bombers, and then more. Streaming in from altitude, diving from above, attacking in loose, unpredictable formations. The Luftwaffe had never encountered a long-range escort this deep, this coordinated, this aggressive. The Mustangs weren't simply defending, they were hunting. German pilots who had once timed their attacks to perfection now found themselves under fire before reaching the bomber stream. The Mustangs had arrived first, and they came in numbers. One German ace, Oberleutnant Alfred Grislowski, later remarked, "They came from everywhere. We were no longer choosing the fight. They were choosing it for us." For the Luftwaffe, it was a psychological rupture. The sky over Berlin, once their fortress, was now contested. And for some, already lost. Few generals had as much influence on air power strategy in Europe as James "Jimmy" Doolittle. Famous for the 1942 raid on Tokyo, Doolittle took command of the 8th Air Force in January 1944. Just weeks before the Mustang's first deep escort mission, Doolittle understood that strategic bombing was about more than just destroying targets. It was about destroying the enemy's ability to resist. To do that, he believed, the Luftwaffe had to be broken not just in the skies, but at the source. On the ground, in the air.